the Oregon Trail.
I've heard of this. It's the one with the zombies.
No, that's. This is the Oregon.
Oh, what is this Oregon of which you speak?
I don't know. Zombies don't like it. Wait, what? Okay, so the story about the Oregon Trail, why we're playing it tonight, is because the Doodler and I back there, we went
based on actual events.
Based on actual events. We'll actually talk a little bit about it once we're playing the game. But we went through Oregon recently. Is the point? So
many kinds of people made the trip to Oregon.
Fat people, short people.
Some will climb on rocks.
Even kids with dysentery pox. And they died.
Loved Oregon.
Okay, are we a banker from Boston, a carpenter from Colorado, or a farmer from Fiji? It started alliterating, so I had to continue it.
Well, here's the thing. You could have said a farmer from Frisco. Let's see. Instead of Fiji.
I don't know. I was thinking of states that started with F, and I'm like, I don't think any states start with F.
The only one with alliteration is the very first one, which is a banker from Boston. And nothing else is alliterative.
Here's the other thing I just realized. Boston is a city. Ohio and Illinois, not so much.
Because back in that day, they were just kind of territories or whatever.
Look, we're going to be a banker because I don't want to die quickly.
Well, here's the deal. Here's a question before you choose that. Okay, so the banker from Boston always has the most money. That's why you chose him as a kid.
Right.
But is there any other metric for the other ones? Like the carpenter's good at fixing things, you would assume?
If only there was a way to find out the differences between these choices.
Oh,
wait! There is!
Your shoulder's in the way.
Oh. Traveling to Oregon isn't easy, but if you're a banker, you'll have more money for supplies and services than a carpenter or a farmer. However, the harder you have to try, the more points you deserve. Therefore, the farmer earns the greatest number of points, and the banker, not the baker, earns the least. So it
doesn't mean he's better, he just gets more props. Sorry about my voice, just drank pop.
Wow. We're going to be a banker because I don't want to die. Look, here's our other people. So
yay, there's my wife.
So chat, if anybody's in chat yet, since we just started, I don't know if anyone is. But that's your wife.
I feel like we're in southern Utah with that family.
What? Why?
Because, the fundamentalists.
Oh, I see. So we're starting out from Hilldale in Colorado City here?
That's right.
All right. First name, Warren Jeffs. We're not going to do that. No.
Okay, so you'd always give them... we're gonna. Okay, that's fine.
We're going to be the player and the Doodler. The Doodle. That's as much as it's giving me. We'll do Doodler without an E.
I like the Doodle.
No, I like Doodler.
No, Doodle. It's not Tumblr.
Yeah, we'll post this Doodles on the Doodler on the Tumblr. All right, so
go to Doodler.com to watch these videos.
Don't go there. It's probably porn.
No.
So number 3, who else is going to be in our family here besides the player and the Doodler?
Well, I'd always put a goofy name when I was a kid, so if he died, it said, "Dear Buttface,
here lies
real
stupid
nice
jerk."
guy.
I think we should make them all player and Doodler related, though. So we've got to put Sirwats in there.
What about the sister? What about the sister?
we could put the sister in there.
No, we don't have to. I guess we could have put Lucy and Randy.
No, because there's only one spot left.
Ivy.
We could make it like King Graham or
Square Castles.
Square Castles. You can't.
I'm gonna name my son Square Castles.
Square Cat.
If I don't name him Square Enix.
How about Square Cats? That's what I mistyped, and it won't let me do any more.
I like it. Square Cat.
Square Cat. These names are so correct. It's not even funny.
They're so correct. They're politically correct.
Hold on. We got to go back to 1848. It is 1840. That was quick. You're jumping.
We have to go back to 1848. Marty.
Okay, you're jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. Starting off from the Temple lot. You must decide which month to leave.
What are these, Mormons?
No. Later versions of the Oregon Trail let you actually do the Mormon Trail and some other trails too. But this is the original. So no.
Stuff.
What advice do you have, Oregon?
Don't visit me. You will die.
You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California-Oregon fever.
Because it was quarantined.
You're told this.
Here's
drink of plenty of fluids. If you leave too early, there won't be any grass for your oxen to eat, idiot. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter comes. If you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass and the weather will still be, it'll be cool, you know.
No, it'll be cool.
So if we leave in March, we'll probably starve to death. But if we leave in like June, then we'll freeze to death. So what do you say?
Let's go the Donner Party way.
Like April or May? What do you think?
Spring. Wasn't it usually good to go in spring?
Yes, it's good to leave in spring. I'm sorry, that was a weird voice that came out for half of that.
Yes, it's good to leave in spring, isn't it?
Spring, where there's plenty of oil.
Thanks, Kermit. Number 2. Let's go in April.
Let's go in April.
Because why not?
Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. I don't know why make the narrator evil.
1600? I thought it was normally 800.
Well, this version is rich.
Also, this version has more colors than I remember as a child.
This is the original version for the Apple II. I'm running it on an emulator and everything. So.
Oh, nice. Well, we ran it on DOS back on some garbage computers from my
Yeah.
school. Okay, so, trivia kids. For those of you who weren't kids in the early 90s...
80s. This came out in the early 80s. But anyway, go ahead.
80s and 90s. For a while there, you'd go to your computers class at school in elementary, and you would do your keyboarding, and then if you got done quick, you got to play Oregon Trail.
Yeah, because it's the only game people had.
Everybody in the nation, like, played Oregon Trail.
Hello, I'm Matt.
This is what brought us together.
So, you're going to Oregon, eh? I can fix you up with what you need.
I don't know. He had like a mustache, so that's the voice.
A team of oil to pull your wagon.
He's not Snidely Whiplash.
For both the summer and winter, yes. Clothing, that's what I shall sell you.
Also plenty of food and ammunition and whatever.
Apparently that's what people from Independence, Missouri sound like.
I'm from Missouri.
And I'll tie your oxen to the railroad track, see?
Let's buy some oxen. All right. There's 2 in a yoke. He recommends at least 3 yoke. Let's get 4.
As long as they're equally yoked.
Ha ha ha. Pizza. Oh, Kelvin says must have been after his time. So
After?
it's yeah, So he generated.
What is he, 50?
I don't know. No, it's still fun. Okay, let's get some food. Recommend at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your family. We've got 5 people.
That's why I'm packing around so much.
We need flour, sugar, bacon, and coffee. That's it. That's all we need. Would you like another flour,
Not
sugar,
if we're going
bacon,
on the
and
Mormon
coffee
trail. We
burger?
ain't taking none of that coffee.
Price is 20 cents a pound. So we need at least 200. We need at least 1,000 pounds. So he's 46. So.
Oh, okay. So it was after your time.
It was after his time. How many pounds of food
Grandpa.
do you want? 2,000. Let's get a ton of food. Literally.
Usually when you go and shoot one bear, you get 2,000
That's true.
pounds, and they're like, you're able to carry back 5.
5.
You stuck your knife in and just like...
Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's get some clothing. You'll need warm clothing. Recommend at least 2 sets of clothes per person. Each set is $10. So we need at least 10 sets. Let's do 15. So we can, like, trade to Indians or something.
Yeah, we'll give them our blankets filled with dysentery.
Here's
Or what is it? What is it that was the old trope?
I don't know.
Anyway, never mind.
52 boxes of ammo, because why not? And then wagon wheels, wagon axles, and wagon tongues. How many wagon wheels?
I got a wagon tongue. Anyway, never
3.
mind. You do the math here.
3. I don't know. I'm just picking numbers. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
Wait, am I supposed to be drawing while I'm doing this? I'm
Sure.
Just
You are the doodler.
yeah, I guess
All
I
right.
gotta draw Oregon
Let's go.
Trail.
You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. Don't die.
He's got sunglasses on. Look at him.
No, he's got those old spectacles that the old storekeepers would wear so they could read the
I
stuff.
can now loading the wagon. Get it? Loading, because the game is... Hold on! Yankee Doodle is blasting my eardrums out. Ow, that was painful.
Turn down the sound.
Okay, Clearing the Trail, Section Supply, it's been a while since I played this. Let's just so we know that we won't eat as much at the beginning until we start getting sick. So let's go to wherever we're going.
Yankee Doodler went to town riding on a
102 miles to the Kansas River Crossing. So I'm not even doing anything. It's just oxen walking.
Yeah.
So
I always hated sitting here and waiting for the pauses. I'm like, come on.
Come on, get to Kansas, you bums.
yeah, think about how bad the real Oregon Trail people had. They had to wait for the oxen to actually get there.
It's so crazy that just in a few years, stuff turned from this to...
Kansas River crossing. Kansas River crossing. I don't know what song this is. It's like
Old Man River?
I'm not sure. Let's see what people say about the Kansas River crossing. You boy, can't afford to take a ferry. We're making our wagon into a boat. We'll turn it over, cock the bottom and side with pitch, and use it to float our goods across. Have to swim the animals. Hope it don't rain. The river's high enough.
And instead of hooking up oxen to our wagon, we'll hook up purple giraffes.
We'll find some gold. Gold. All right. Well, we must cross the river. It's 624 feet across and 4.3 feet deep in the middle. You're not like supposed to ford it unless it's like 2 feet or less. I remember that from days gone by.
Thanks for remembering it, idiot.
We'll probably just take a ferry across because we are like super expensive banker dudes, so we can afford the ferry.
You can afford it, your ferry.
Wait, what? Afforded a ferry. Look, we're crossing the beautiful Kansas River. Look at its...
We're gonna crash right when you get to the edge. That was the worst troll moment when you're like right there.
Nope, we get at it. We paid money. You pay money not to die, you see. Blue River!
That old Blue River.
So the Doodler and I took a recent trip to Washington, and we drove through Oregon. And part of the highway ended up going along the Oregon Trail, which is one reason why we're playing this. I will get to more of that story after we look at the Big Blue River.
After these messages.
After we find the bear in the Big Blue River.
I watched that show.
Oh, I know the song. Nobody knows the words. Anyway, it keeps going like that.
Now it's going to bug me what that song is.
I like all these old songs. They make me feel American.
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing BioShock Infinite.
A lady, Marnie Stewart, tells you, "This prairie is mighty pretty with all the wildflowers and tall grasses, but there's too much of it. I missed on having a town nearby. Oh, I wonder how many days until I see a town with real shops, a church, people, ha-cha-cha."
And the real problem is I keep seeing all these purple giraffes.
Look, everyone's going to have that voice because they're all old Western. Anyway, how do we cross this river? It's 2.6 feet deep, so we could probably just ford it.
It's always a bad idea.
Or we could caulk and float across. What do you think? I'll let you pick on this one. And if chat wants to weigh in, and you get your answer in before I actually pick an option.
Wait, what? Okay.
Ford the river, because it's only 2.6 feet deep, or we float across and risk falling, like, flipping.
We gotta try it at least once. We gotta cock that wagon and float it across.
Ow.
We're probably gonna die with all our supplies.
I don't know. This river's not very deep. I feel like we should try to ford it.
Okay, let's ford it.
Okay. Let's attempt it. Ox.
Sink.
No, we're gonna make it.
What the?
We're gonna make it.
2 river crossings without incident?
We're gonna make it. Our supplies got wet. Oh, Chat also said to ford it. So this blame is being shared by everybody. We just lost a day, but we didn't like lose any food.
Fort Fort Kearney.
I'm trying to think of a Kearney line.
He knew how to shave.
My divorce was hard on my kids too. Ooh, let's look at a gravesite. Here lies pepperoni and cheese. Spelled terribly.
Wait, who played this game last?
I don't
Maddie?
know. I got it from the internet. So whoever uploaded this to wherever it came from. You can't even. You're only supposed to do like 8 letters. I think all of the games have that on there. Thank you, Tombstone Pizza. Let's see what Fort Kearney plays for us.
Tombstone Pizza. There's another thing from the early 90s.
That's a nice jig, Kearney.
Thanks, ma'am.
Whose voice was that?
I was trying to do Marge. What song is this? Fort Kearney's theme song, ladies and gentlemen. It's like has a high pitched thing that hurts ears. Anyway, we can talk to people before Kearney. They're like, the game is still plentiful along here. I'm trying to do a Kearney
Jimbo.
But getting harder to find. With so many overlanders, I don't expect it to last.
Those tall ships really raised the nation's spirits after Watergate.
Folks shoot the game for sport. Take a small piece and let the rest rot in the sun. We will be hunting at some point, so let's keep going. Our health is good. Let's go to Chimney Rock. So Oregon tried to kill us. We were driving along and the freeway was closed from right when we got to Oregon for about 70 miles. So and it was like 7 at night. We wanted to get to our hotel. So we had the bright idea of taking the back roads instead of the freeway to try to get back to where we need to go.
Yeah, we're smart. We're real smart. We're not just idiots on the stream, folks. We are stupid in real life.
It's kind of true. I will tell you how that went after this.
Chimney Rock.
What the? Old Lang Syne? It's New Year's.
May all the chimney rocks be there on the old plains of Zion.
The chimney rocks and Zion. What? Zion?
Well, it works.
Keep your eye on the brand new. I mean, this is the same basic thing. What do you have to say about Chimney Rock?
Ooh,
Ooh, this is Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you, Glues Gavani, gobble herby gob.
I hate The Sims.
I hear terrible stories about wagon parties running out of food before Oregon. The whole party's starving to death. We must check our supplies often. We might not get there as soon as we think. Always plan for the worst, I say. Zool Zool. Look, you give me the names. Oh, we don't. I guess we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to cross the Chimney Rock, I suppose. So that's a plus. Our food's 884 pounds. Should we go hunting at some point? Oh my gosh, my wagon blew up!
Ah! Take a screenshot of that.
What the heck?
No, you see, we were Chinese immigrants packing fireworks.
Wow! I lost 3 tongues and an axle.
We were going to work on the railroad.
Holy crap. Look, I found wild fruit. It jumped out of the fort.
I'm gonna get you.
What fort is this? I forget. Slide 2. Hold on. It's going to bleep out for a second.
Flip that diskette. Flip it, flip it. Flip that diskette. Flip it, flip it. Flip that diskette.
Research,
flip it, flip it.
turn to side 2.
Thanks, Quick Beam.
All right, we're back to side 2. Oh, it's Fort Laramie, home of free Laramie cigarettes.
Anything slip.
We'll blow up your wagon at Fort Laramie.
Can she bake a cherry pie?
Is that the actual lyric?
Yeah. Don't you know that one?
I don't know.
Can she's a young girl and cannot leave her mother. That's how the song goes.
That's
Can you bake a cherry pie? Can she bake a cherry pie? Billy boy, can she bake a cherry pie, darling Billy?
Look, I'm going to buy an axle tongue or 3 axle tongues and a wagon. I can't speak. 3 wagon tongues and a wagon axle. Shut up.
Listen, man, when you grow up in Montana, you learn all these old ditties from like the 1800s because we were still essentially the frontier.
Right. Still, like even today.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, because we drove through it. Not Montana, but the part of the Oregon Trail. All right, let's just keep going. So the Doodler and I were driving through these back roads in Oregon, and it's late at night, and the Doodler has measles, by the way.
No.
In the game.
No, it's Theodore.
With his brothers and Alvin and Simon.
No, I'm Theo Huxtable.
Hold on. Let's I just want to show you what hunting is, because it's cool. Alright, return key to start or stop walking. These are the worst arrow keys ever. I'm an expert hunter. I'm going to use IOP. Alright, so...
Here we go.
So
So I would do this, but I always wanted to finish the trail, right? But apparently all my friends, all they ever did was sit there and hunt the whole time. I found out that's what other kids did.
Other kids did. Well, it's the only like action part of the
right.
game.
I don't like doing it every
And
once
I'm like
in a
a
while. But
spaceman.
I think it was a deer or a jackalope.
No, me. Look, I've got like a helmet on. I just shot the.
These animals do not compute.
I got 126 pounds, but I was only able to carry 100 pounds back to the wagon. Well, now I've got 100 pounds. Anyway, so it's super late and kind of foggy when we're driving through the backwoods of Oregon, and we have no idea where we're going. We're just going off GPS. I just found some wild fruits, so suck on that, Trebek. And really, there's very little water, and it was icy and cold, and there's a severe thunderstorm in the. I'm sorry, I'm mixing
Will you tell
up.
this?
I'm sorry, the wagon blew up again.
Our firework
I've
collection.
lost all of my tongues. This is what happens when you get measles. Our wagon keeps exploding. I just lost 4 sets of clothing. Good thing I bought like 15 of them. Oh, good. At least it made the land green again. This is the worst Oregon Trail ever.
No, that was the one we went on the other day.
Yeah, we haven't flipped the wagon over yet. That's what happened. Sorry to skip ahead a little bit. I'll tell you about the story about how we flipped the car over after this.